Hello, hello. Welcome. Hey, Justine. Good to see you. And we've got Gwenola's note taker. Welcome. Give it just a minute. Let people hop on. Hey, Justine. Am I pronouncing your name right, Justine? Let me know if that's right. You can just correct me in the chat or out loud. Good to have you. And I'm gonna give just a moment for anyone else to hop on. And we will go ahead and get started. If you are watching the recording, this is office hours for Experienceify. Welcome. We have separate office hours for XP and for Go Plus. So just in case you are looking for Go Plus questions, got one of those happening tomorrow. Today we will be talking about XP. And I see Chris hopping on. Welcome, Chris. Good to have you.
Hey, good to be here.
Hey. And let's go ahead and just get started. Do the two of you, it looks like I've got two humans and one AI tool so far. So, um, who's got questions? How are you guys doing? What would you like to chat about or connect on today? Is there anything in particular? Or if you are just here to learn and listen and take in how to use the platform, that's cool too. But give me a heads up on where you're at, what's going on, and what you need. You can just pop yourself off mute if you like, or type in the chat.
I'm really just kind of here to learn, although I do have kind of a question on um multiple choice quizzes.
Cool.
Um I'm wondering if there's a way to give XP for correct answers as opposed to just
Two.
having done the question.
Great
Um
question. Yeah. We'll go ahead and take a look at that. Awesome. Yeah, we can look at that and good to have you, Chris. And Justine, I'm curious if you have any particular topics you want to cover today, or if you're here to hang out and learn and watch, that's awesome as well. Let me know and we will get to as much as possible. I'll go ahead and dive in with the multiple choice question. So the short answer is they will have to get the answer correct in order to select done. But I think that what you're getting at, Chris, is I'm guessing you're looking for a different setup where if they select the right answer, they get points. If they select the wrong answer, they don't, and they move on. And the short answer is it
yeah.
doesn't work that way. What the way it works is, as you may have seen, they select an answer. If it's right, it lets them know. If it's wrong, it lets them know. And then you can set a time frame for how long they need to wait to try again. So theoretically, you could make it possible that they only get one try, but there isn't a way which might actually be an answer to what you're trying to do. We can explore that. But it does require the checking of the done box to get the points. And that's just a built-in thing that really can't change because of XP's point system and the way the back end is configured and the way everything is built on points. So let me pause there. Does that answer your question? Is that helpful? Not?
Yeah, that pretty much answers the question. And it gives me something to look closer at the the ability to kind of just give them the opportunity to go back and change their answer and come back. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, basically, they can either they can try again right away, or if you don't want them to try again, you could again just set it up with like a really long time frame so they only get one shot. But there isn't more configuration beyond that. You might, just as an option, I'll always throw this in here. Go Plus has like quiz features and functions of its own, and you may want to check that out as a possible alternative to setting up quizzes and questions and multiple choice things. So,
And I did play with Go Plus's quiz options as
okay.
well. I was wondering if there's a way to um kind of transfer, like if they get 100 on a quiz, is there a way to give them XP for that score?
Great question. Great question. I want to say the short answer is yes. And the Go Plus team is going to be able to help you better.
Okay,
Uh, this is going to involve syncing between the platforms, and it may be about setting up a tag between the two platforms. But the short answer is yes. But the Go Plus team can guide you in that one.
cool, cool.
But yeah, the two platforms are definitely intended and designed to sync. And where there have been some issues with that, the team is very, very actively on top of working out some things that haven't fully worked as expected. So, yes,
Awesome.
that is intended to happen and will happen, is the short answer.
Cool. Good to hear.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. And Justine's saying no questions for now. Okay, cool. Awesome. I am happy to just talk about stuff and demo stuff, depending on kind of where you guys are at and if there's anything in particular you need. I can talk about XP all day. So I'll let you guys guide me, but I can certainly just demo getting started, getting going, any particular places that you want to just watch things be built. If you want to give me any hints on where to go, feel free. But I'm happy to just jump in and start like showing you features. It's a cool platform. I have fun with it. So. Are you guys uh where are you guys at as far as the learning process? It sounds like you're building courses. Do you have a course already in process? Do you want like basics, getting started? Listen to some demo about the Connecting XP and Go Plus. I would love to be able to help you with that, but unfortunately, I can't. I'm not the person to do the Connecting XP and Go Plus stuff. That's actually going to happen in the Go Plus office hours, which we have an entire separate weekly, twice a week thing devoted to Go Plus because it's its own platform. Yes, I believe there's one tomorrow. So, hopefully that will help. And Tony D is here. Welcome. Yay. So tell me what you guys want. Tony, how's it going? I know you've been diving in and starting to build stuff. Oh, and Chris, you're saying you're in the early timid stages of building out my courses. Okay, let me know if do you want just kind of a basic like let's look at the overview of the steps and look at some common things. You guys can just kind of push me in the direction of whatever's most helpful. Tony, we're just kind of settling in and we don't have tons of specific questions here. I'm happy to demo stuff and just kind of riff on whatever you guys want to talk about. So if you have questions you want, things you want to look at, Tony, please chime in and let us know. And while we're doing that, Lost on how to change your goals section to student editable. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Let me start with sharing my screen. And we've got, just to give the overview and maybe a review, this is the inside of your admin dashboard as a course creator. You've got all these tabs on the left to navigate to different parts of the account. And you've got courses right here. So when you are building out a course, if you open up any course, you're going to see steps 1 through 6. And just to give an overview, this is going to walk you through each section of what you need to do, from the basics, setting up payment, adding your content, and then customizing your pages, setting up your automations and celebrations. So let's go ahead and open up the course pages, and we're going to look at how to set up goals. Hey, Derek, good to see you. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm driving. I'm just in the listening. I asked a couple questions, so looking forward to hearing them and then
Awesome.
catching the recording later. It's great to see you.
Good to see you. We're going to go over editing course goals. Actually, I'm going to go into a different, I'm going to start from scratch here. We're going to edit course goals, and then if you've got questions after that, Derek, feel free to pop them in. We don't have a ton. I'm going to go ahead and start from like a new course here. I'm going to go ahead and publish it, which just means it could be available for students once it's ready. Nobody's going to see it unless I actually give them a link to see it. But I want to use this as a space to look at editing goals. So typically goals would probably go on like the home page of a course. First thing, one of the first things that the students see. So I'm going to go ahead and open up step 4 to edit the pages of my course. And I'm going to go ahead and edit my home page. And Tony, you can let me know if you need me to repeat anything or back up at all. And on the home page here, I'm going to have some blocks. And one of these blocks could be actions or goals. And Tony, I think one of the things that might have been a bit confusing is that goals and actions are interchangeable. Like the way to add a goal block is just to add an action block. So if you want students to have a goal that is front and center for them to see every time they log in and view their course, and for them to be able to check off when they've done that goal, what you're going to need to do is set up a custom field for each of these goals. And once we have created a custom field, I'll show you how to do that. Then we can allow the student to write their own goal right here so that it will show up every time they log into their home page, and then the student can check that out, check that off when they're done. So let me walk through setting up custom fields. And to do that, we're going to go to your account section. We're going to go to custom fields. Quick reminder that if you're ever looking for features and you're not seeing them and you think that you should be seeing them, check real quick to just make sure your account is not in simple mode, which is under the account tab and is down here under miscellaneous settings. New accounts come in something called simple mode, which hides some advanced features and makes it easier to get started. So if you're not seeing custom fields or something else, make sure you're in pro mode. So then we're going to go to custom fields. And you see, I've started something here. I've got a custom field called goal 1. And if I wanted my students to, let's say, be able to set their own 3 goals, kind of like You may have seen like in EPM or in a course you've taken, you might have like a minimum, a target, and a stretch goal. So I'm going to add 3 custom fields and I'm going to call them goal 1, 2, and 3. See, I've already added one. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a new custom field. I'm going to call this one goal 2. And this is the key right here. I want to set up something that the student can create for themselves. So I'm going to say yes, editable by student. And add new custom field. And I can drag and drop these to just look better for me if I want. But basically I've got 3 goals set up now. Or I'm sorry, 3 custom fields. So that's the first step. The next step is that I want to create the actual goal on the home page, which is where the student is going to be able to write their own goal in. So to do that, I'm going to go to step 4 again. Let me back out of this to show you, Tony, how I got there. I'm going to go into my course. I'm going to go to step 4. I'm going to edit the home page. And I'm going to edit my action block by saying edit content. And inside each of these blocks is each of my goals. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a custom field by hitting the / key, going to my tokens section. And in my tokens section, I now have my goals set up. So I can add that custom field in. Is that making sense so far, Tony? I keep going, but you can let me know if it's not. Good. In goal number 2, I'm going to add my second custom field. Again, I hit the / key. I went to my tokens menu. And I've already created a custom field for goal 2. There it is. And I'm going to edit my third goal. Once again, token, custom field, and goal 3. All right, I'm going to close and save that. Oops, I put it in double there, but I'll fix that. And once I've closed and saved that, the student can now customize what shows up here by going to their student profile and writing their personal goal. Their student profile is going to be up here. It's going to look like this. I'm going to go ahead and preview the page. And remember, I'm previewing it as admin right now, but the student will see something similar to this. They can click on the profile and they're going to be able to fill out their own goals. Once they have filled that out, that goal is what's going to show up for them. Tony, let me pause there and check in with you if this is making sense, if it's feeling clear. I'm assuming you're able to, you might be driving or something. So if you're able to let me know, feel free.
I'm wondering if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. I've been sitting here trying to figure what mic am I going to use.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you so much. As I was trying to figure that mic out, some of the stuff was covered up with the action bar, or whatever you want to call it, um, here's how to change your mic stuff. So
Okay.
could you show me how to load that custom um, custom thingy
Custom
into,
field?
yeah, custom field into the goals bar again?
Absolutely. Yeah. You're going to do that by just hitting the / key. Here's the really important thing to remember is that anytime you hit the / key, I'm sorry, I want to be in a different course. Anytime you hit the / key, you're going to pull up a menu of tokens. And when you pull up a menu of tokens, it's going to include any custom fields that you have already created. So the important thing is that you've created the custom field first. And once you've created it in any text field, you could hit the / key and you can go to the tokens section. And under the tokens section, you're going to find the custom fields that you have already created. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Awesome. Cool. Good stuff. Did you get your domain all worked out and sorted out, Tony? You
I
up
believe
to
so.
speed with that? Awesome.
Yeah,
Great.
I put um, on the order page, I wanted to change from order to wait list because the first thing I want them to come in is going to be free, but I'm wondering if it's okay to change that. I asked the bot and it sent me to change the main links um, ending. And that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to change only the order the order forms ending from order to wait list.
Got
Is
it.
that
You just want
possible?
it absolutely is possible. You just want the order form to now be a wait list for people to sign up instead, right? Yeah. Still there, Tony?
Mike,
Your mic is
yes.
okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
good.
yeah, I'm gonna show you real quick how to do that. And then we will hop over to Derek's questions and welcome Sandy. Good to see you.
hmm
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Okay, so if you want to change your order form and either put the course on pause or put it to a wait list or anything like that, you can change that at any time by first just going to step 4. We're gonna customize the order form page. And what's cool about the order form page is that it can hold whatever you want, basically, within reason. You can have text blocks on here. By default, you're going to have an order form block on here, but if you are pausing the course, first thing you can do is just delete the block if you don't want anybody else to sign up right now. So I'm just going to remove it. And I could add a text box in. I can add a text and images. I can put some copy in, and I can say, hey, we're having, we have a wait list, and you can just add a link on that text box to wherever people will sign up for your wait list. And that will generally be held outside of Experientify. You'll have a CRM, like a full CRM somewhere that you use for marketing and like managing all your automations. And that can absolutely be in Go Plus. It's a great place to do that. Or if you already have something else that you use, like um, Aweber or MailChimp or something like that, you will just have a link to wherever you want them to sign up. But you're basically just going to remove the actual order block. You're going to add a text and image block onto the page saying whatever you want. You can make it look really pretty. and you're just going to add in a link that invites them to sign up for the wait list in your CRM, which will be held somewhere else. Does that make sense, Tony?
Okay. So I'm wondering, I think I have Go Plus.
You do. Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Okay.
And if you want to hop on a Go Plus open office hours tomorrow, they can definitely um, show you some basics on, just getting like a wait list set up. Or there's
Okay.
tutorials on it too, but I'm sure the team can help you out with that.
Thank you so much, Rachel.
You are
This has
super
been great.
welcome. So glad this is moving forward for you, Tony.
Yes, it
Really,
is.
really
Thank you.
exciting. Yeah.
Good to see you. Yes, I'm excited now.
Awesome. I'm glad. Great to see you. All right. Let me hop over to Derek and see if he is able to talk now. Derek, go ahead and take yourself off mute if you're able.
Yeah, I can speak. I can't really engage because I'm driving. I can engage, but I cannot see. So I'm just hoping you can
Okay.
walk me through my mini course. Well, I guess you saw my questions. But yeah, hitting got a couple sales for the mini course, and just discovering the snafus that are occurring on the court. So I'm hoping you can walk me through that with on your end, and then I'll come back to the recording if you can share it, and then I will make the corrections.
Okay, cool. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing questions. Are you talking about like something you sent to support previously?
Sorry, I filled out in the Experienceify office hours. It said, "What is your most
Great.
important
Great, great,
question?"
great. Perfect. Okay. Let me pull that up real quick and take a quick look at it. And I will just let you know what I'm seeing here. Derek. All right, my mini course is published. So assuming that means live, yes, correct. If your mini course is published, that means it's live. But my participant can't access the material. How do I get my course accessible to participants if published doesn't mean accessible? Great question. I may need a bit more info, and we'll see how much we can do while you're driving here, but I can definitely give some things that could be happening. Can you say a little bit more about what's going on? You said it's published, but my
Thank you. That was
participant can't access. What does that mean that they
thank you
can't?
at the time when the I think that one has been rectified, Rachel, because there was one part of the course that was one of the modules was was slid to maybe turned off, or it wasn't. It was in draft mode. My final module or my final training. Not
Okay.
sure if that had anything to do. I think that one's been handled. So thank you for that. Just kind of clanking around, discovered that on my own time. So I think
Great.
that one's okay. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, so just to clarify for anybody watching, if a training is in draft, that will definitely not be accessible to a student. So it sounds like that was what was happening there. Um, Okay. How to start a countdown on a 3-day mini course. Fantastic. Okay. Let's look at countdowns. So, let me know, Derek, is your course evergreen or is it like a cohort that has a specific dates that they are doing together?
It's evergreen, and I said it as such, though it's still been a little bit wonky uh, for my participant is my project manager, and she's been taking it, and uh, it was working, and now it's now it's not.
Okay. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and look in your accounts backend real quick and see if I'm able to quickly see what's happening.
Please do.
Um, and while I'm pulling that up, okay, so you mentioned your project manager was doing it and it was working, but then it's wonky. So just kind of the first immediate thing that comes to mind is that um, if someone is going through the course once on a particular email, and then you're like redoing things or you're testing things or you're testing further, it's generally a good idea to use a new email to go through the course a second time because you're just going to get a clean test of what a new student is seeing. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. That could certainly be it.
So that is a likely thing that could throw a wrench into the works. And I'll go ahead and Derek, do you want me to put your course on screen on
Oh, sure. Yeah, please
okay.
do.
Is it the 3-day healthy habit fix?
That's the one.
Okay. Let me go ahead and share this. Okay, so we're inside Derek's course, 3-day healthy habit fix. And what I'm going to do to see what's happening with his countdown timer is first I would need to look at the page where it's set up, assuming we're talking about, yeah, okay. So I have just opened the home page and we've got the countdown timer on the home page here. Great. And to look at it, I'm going to click. Oh, and the first thing I'm noticing is that it's showing to students who have a particular tag, EMC not completed. Great. And to look at what's happening, I'm going to edit this block with the countdown timer and I'm going to click Edit Content. Move my Zoom screen around. And I'm going to open column 1 right here, and I'm going to open the countdown. And I'm going to scroll down here to update, and I'm going to click on update to see exactly what the countdown is doing. So it's a live countdown right now, set to May 29th at 8 p.m. So is that what you thought you had going on, Derek? So right now,
Well, Rachel,
go ahead.
that's what I set up because I kind of beta tested my own. I beta tested my own and started May 26th. So
Mhm.
there's a way to have it be evergreen for someone when they sign up, not attached to how I have it at all. It's just
Okay, cool.
something I did to see. Yeah. So please change away as it should be for someone to do everything evergreen.
Okay, perfect. I'll go ahead and change this and I won't mess anything because it's just your test person, right? So right now we have a countdown that's in live mode, and you can see that here, countdown mode live. And I'm just going to switch this to evergreen. And now I'm going to have an option. Now, Derek, there's an option that's showing me countdown for a number and then for either days, weeks, or months. So for example, if the course is expected to take 3 days, I'm just gonna say countdown for 3 days.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and save the settings. And now this countdown on the home page is set to start ticking as soon as somebody joins the course. And it will immediately start counting down. So now it's already on 2 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes. And when the countdown runs out, the countdown timer will just disappear. The course won't automatically go away unless you actually set up an automation to do that. But what you have now is anytime a new student joins the course, they've got a countdown timer on the home page and it will count down for 3 days. Now, if your test person is looking at this or if you're looking at it, you want to be mindful of how you are looking at the course. If you're looking in admin preview, that's not an accurate way to view an evergreen countdown timer because there's nothing to measure, right? You're not actually a student moving through time in the course. So to view an evergreen timer, you would need to be viewing the course as a student. And then if you have joined the course in 3 days or less as that particular student, it's going to show you however much time you have left.
Okay, great. Perfect.
Making
Wonderful.
sense?
Thank you for that. Yes, it always makes sense with you, Rachel.
I'm glad. I'm so
It always
glad.
makes sense with you.
Oh, good. I'm glad we could make life a little bit easier.
I
Um,
do have one more question if we're complete with
yes. Let me just
the
check on
share.
time. Okay, let's yeah, go ahead and share your question. And if it's pretty quick, we'll go ahead now. And then I'm gonna hop to Sandy. And hello, Norma. Good to see you.
Thank you. With velocity, I cannot for the life of me, in my experience, kind of triggers. I keep sending multiple emails, and I don't know where to find. I send two of the same welcome email, or they're very similar, and I send two of the congratulations you finished the first FiberFix uh, training
Uh-huh.
email. And is there any way you can
Help with
I'm yeah, oh
what
my gosh, I'm
happened?
like,
Yeah, yeah.
I, I just get stuck with like where I can't even find it. I can't find where I'm doubling up each one because I see, I think just one a piece, but I'm being sent double. So,
Oh, in your own. Okay, so you've created more than one automation and you don't know where you created them.
oh my
Is
gosh, I'm like
okay.
automation mess right now.
Okay, okay. All right. So can I go pop in and look in and show the step 5 of your course here on screen as
Yeah, of
well?
course.
And
Not a
let's
problem.
just
Thank you.
quickly take a look. Okay, so to see what you've set up, we're going to go into step 5, open it up, and all right, doesn't look too terrible here. I mean, I'll give you the official answer is that if you want our team to sort through like what you've set up and where something is, typically that's something that we offer a paid service to do. But this is
Oh, gotcha.
not like an overwhelming thing at all. This is like, yeah, you got a handful of stuff. So let me just look real quick. You have what I see here is the first automation is started if and when added to course, start student welcome. So right off the bat, up top here, and you'll see this on your recording when you watch it, you have two automations I'm looking at here that probably include welcome emails. So yep, there's one welcome email and there's a get ready email. Okay, there's a get All right, I'm gonna super quick scan through what you got here. Here's a welcome email that you'll see on the recording. Here is a kind of a pre-get ready sequence. You've got an email that says get ready for your course. Then you've got an SMS. Then you've got a 2-day delay. Then you've got today's the last day warning. All right, now I'm scanning down to the next automation. You have an email. No, I'm sorry, you have a tag set when they've completed lesson 1. You have an email when they've completed lesson 2. You have something that's turned off. And you have tags when they've completed the mini course. And then you have unsuspended email tags. Okay, so I'm not seeing, you might have something from your other course as well. I'm not seeing loads of duplicate emails off the bat in this automation.
Right.
But the quick way to look at it is just to open the automation, open the pathway, and you can see by the icon, all right, you got an email, you got an SMS. If you want to look at who it was sent to, you can click right here and you can click through to your student activity log and you can open your student activity log. And this is actually going to give you, I'm showing on the screen now, Derek, how you can look at like the detailed breakdown of everything that went out. So for example, I can see that 2 hours ago, you completed join our upcoming Eat the Apple course. I can see that 2 hours ago, you got this tag 2 hours ago, you completed this and so on. And I'm showing on the recording here that you could look at these details that I'm pointing at right now to determine where an email came from. So for example, right now I'm looking at an email that came from the course 3-Day Healthy Habit Fix, and it's going to tell you exactly the automation that it came from. So when you come back and look at this recording, basically the way to know what happened is going to be through looking at the automations and scanning through. Here's an email. If I want to look at who that was sent to, I can click right here on the sent. I can click into an individual user. I can open the student's activity log, and I can track piece by piece exactly where each thing came from. So I know that probably doesn't make total sense without seeing it, Derek, but hopefully that will help when you look at the recording to know where to look, and that'll tell you exactly where each email came from.
Thank you, Rachel. I got that this was a little bit. The question was a little bit deeper than this office hour allows. So thank you for your generosity up until now. And when I can look at the screen properly, I'll hope I can decipher where the duplicate is coming from. And
Awesome.
and if not, I'll contract some support with Experientify to get to the bottom of it. Thank you so much as ever.
Awesome.
Always
Thanks,
great support.
Derek. Great to have you. Great to see you here. Drive
Cheers.
safe. All right. Welcome again, Norma. And I'm gonna hop over to Sandy, who has been patiently waiting. How are you,
Yeah,
Sandy?
good. So, I was going to ask you about replays and getting them to show up properly with tags.
Okay.
And so I will share my screen. And so this is the Virtual Ultimate Account Manager.
Mm-hmm.
And we just had our first live class today. And I have a test account here
Okay.
that I've added cohort number 1 tags to all the people that are in my first class,
Great.
right? In the courses, under the replays, I uploaded the Zoom video, right?
Okay.
I haven't given it a description yet. I want to show the replay content just to those with tags, but it only gives
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
everyone,
Yeah.
only existing students. So I'm
Yeah.
confused at how to do that.
Totally. Totally. Yeah. There isn't an option through the training, through the way. There you go. That's it. Did you have this on already?
Yeah, so there was a lot of things I had to do. I was trying to figure it out while I was waiting, but so I have show this replay to people with tags, right? I did all that, and then it didn't show up in my test account, which is this is me in a different browser in my
Mm-hmm.
test account as test.
Okay.
And when I went to live event replays, this did not originally show. And so what I had to do was I went back to um, the, let's see, I went to pages, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I went to the all replays.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this is where it's like almost right, I think. But I've got to figure this out conceptually how I'm going to do this because we're thinking that we might do this as evergreen, but then we need to have the replays only show for those that showed up for those live trainings, right? So the
Okay.
tagging situation is going to be important. So I've got what I did is I edited the content here. And
Mm-hmm.
right now it says show replays for a specific tag only. And I put in,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
but so let's say we have another group a couple months from now. I'm going to have to create a new block, right? Like copy this block and change the tag,
Exactly.
right?
And the
Okay.
new group will only
Okay.
see their own block. So
Right.
they will only, yeah.
Okay. I get that. Okay. So then I need to make sure I did this right. All replays in course name assigned to tag. I don't know what
What?
this
My
is.
brain just glitched on that. I'm like,
I
what?
know. I don't know what
Okay.
this is. Oh, here we go. All replays in Ultimate
Okay.
Account
Oh, it's
Manager.
okay. I get it.
Oh, but see, that's what the participant's going to see, and they don't need to see that
No,
assigned
they
to tag,
don't. They
right?
don't. Just, yeah.
So just all replays in Ultimate Account
In your
Manager.
course. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't need
That's
to.
kind of a weird
Okay.
placeholder that seems to be there for some reason that doesn't make
Okay.
sense. Yeah.
Now here, your master list of all replays for this program.
Yes.
Okay, that's much better.
That's
Okay.
what your students need to see. Yeah.
Okay. So then um I have to save this somewhere, don't I? Or I just hit close,
You're good. Hit close
hit
and
close,
save changes.
save changes
Mhm.
here. Now, when I went back to it, may be because the video is still processing, and let me just do a refresh here. Um, replay number one,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still processing the
Still
video.
processing. Okay.
Good. This did update. So here are my download, the slides and the personality test, and the video is like almost 2 hours long. So that'll
Okay.
be
Okay.
processing for a while. Okay. Thank you for allowing me to talk through and answer my own.
Did we solve it?
Yeah, I think we did. I think
Great
we
job.
did.
Okay.
So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Sandy.
And I'm just going to stick
Hey,
around if there's any interesting other things that I haven't been to an XP office hours in a while, and I
wonderful.
always learn something every time I show up and hang out, so I'll
It's
just hang
great
out
to
now.
have you. Always great to have you here.
Uh,
Yeah. Norma, how are you doing?
I am doing well, and to your point, Sandy, I haven't been around in a while. I've been treading water somewhere else, but now
Hmm.
this is my second one in a row.
oh, nice.
For the same reason, because I was just following along. I'm like, holy
Hmm.
cow, I didn't know I
Good
could do
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
Because it's been building and building while I've been over there wandering
Hmm.
Hmm.
through the desert. But I do have two questions now.
Cool.
And that is, I didn't even think about creating a test account and
Mm.
listing myself.
Yes, yes,
But the-
yes. Definitely create a test account. Yeah.
And
And
I always open it in a different browser. So, like, I have Edge, but then I always use Chrome when I use my magic link for my test student.
okay,
So,
Yeah.
thank you. Good tip.
Good.
So on that, I become the student also, right?
Yes, you will get to be the student, and this is the answer to the very common question of how do I know I've taken care of everything I need to think about before I add my students to the course? Best
Yeah.
way to do that is to add yourself in, see what you see, go, oh, there's weird placeholder text on that page when I log in as a student. That tells
Okay,
me what I need to change. So this also
perfect.
lets you get the points experience and like the full your admin preview won't do things like accumulate points because there's no way for that to like measure in a way that makes sense.
Hmm.
So, you can go through the course as a student and watch the points add up. See, if you have a celebration that triggers when they get 50 points, you would need to be logged in as a student to make that happen. So you can see that things like that are working as expected.
Hmm.
And just kind of quickly take yourself through the flow, click everything off, make sure you see what you're expecting. Oh, or another, if I can offer another common point of a bit of confusion with
Hmm.
viewing through your admin preview is that if you are using a next up training block, like the next available training to
Hmm.
automatically pop up,
Yeah.
that has to happen in a student's account. It doesn't like logically work or happen in your admin preview. So to to just see that everything is working as expected when the student finishes module 1 and module 2 pops up, you've got to actually be logged in as a student to see that rather than
Okay.
logged in as an admin.
Yeah, that's a great tip. But the student, when they're on module 1, they'll see the upcoming little, like, here's what's next, right?
Assuming that's what you've set up, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what's up to you, and that's what it's a good idea to log in as a student and just make sure I'm seeing exactly what I
But they're
intended.
saying, yeah.
Yeah.
And so with that, if tell me about the points. Is the goal to have 100 points or 500 points, or does it matter? Like, how do you allocate points? You go, do you want to give them lots of points just because they're taking action and not just, just to keep them, engaged, or,
Do you want
500
me to
points and you
show
get
you
a
my
special.
do you
Sure, you
want me
want
to
to
show you
share?
my virtual account manager so
Sure.
you can give you an idea of how I'm doing it?
That'd be great. Thanks, Cindy.
So what I did is, like, I originally posted as administrator in the forum. I know this is a different topic, but I just posted from my test account because I wanted to confirm. I remember reading something, it said that any badges that are earned are going to show up next to the person's name. And so I made this little badge. So I got to come up with creative badges now that they're earning points. Speaking of points, so this is the homepage of my virtual Ultimate Account Manager school, and there was a little welcome video, and they started earning points right away for signing up for the live Zoom session, for pre-submitting any Q&A. They click the button, they get some XP. If they introduce themselves in the forum, they get some XP there. And then for the modules, this is this particular training has 6 modules, and within each module, there's going to be about 5 trainings, and they're like 10 minutes to 20 minutes in length, most of them. And so when they did, let's do the SWOT analysis one. They have a downloadable template with the video, and then I give a little synopsis of the video. And I need to remember to do this more, do the little memes and things that they have available in the library. But what if they watch the video, that action, and click done it, they get an XP for that. But then there was other actions we asked them to take, download the SWOT analysis and think about your career goals and your action plan. And if you did it, you get some more XP. And so I don't know, because I've only completed module 1 and module 2 with all the trainings and everything. I don't know how many total XPs, but I know the system defaults to, when you complete a module, you get 10 XP, right? And then if you just use the built-in XP for watching the video, I think that's 1. And then if you add another action, like, I'll give you an example of another simpler action was, where would you rate the level of your customer interactions? And so they learned about this in the video. And so they tell us and give us some feedback here. And when they choose one, they click done it and they get 2 XP. So it's pretty, you just have to be creative in figuring out, like, what do you want them to do after watching that video? What do you want them to demonstrate to you? And what can they take action on that would demonstrate to you that they learned something from the video? That's kind of how I've been doing the different, like, under this critical versus workflow. This is another one. Critical items this is just a true false question. Critical items need to be completed within 24 hours, or it could do harm or cause an uncovered claim, true or false. So some of them are just super simple, fast.
Great. I have some several programs in there, but it's been a long time, and I'm going to be using what I have in my cupboard, just kind of refreshing and updating. But so, and that's because I'm very generous with the points.
Yeah.
Watch the video. Okay, you get 2 points.
Right, right.
You download this thing and you answer the question, you get 10 points.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
And then
Yeah.
start building your badges so that, I've got to start
I didn't
thinking
even know about
creatively.
that badge.
Yeah. So you could set up badges and then set it up like when they get their first 50 XP, they get a badge added to their profile. And they can go to their profile and see all the badges that they've earned. And
Mhm.
that's where you could be really, really creative. I wish the badge thing was a little bit more robust. It's really, you
Is
can
it,
add
it's
some
almost
Basic,
like
yeah.
emojis and
Girl Scouts.
yeah, I don't know. It just
What do you
seems
do
like,
with them? I'm like,
yeah, I don't know.
oh,
It'll
okay,
it'll
awesome.
be interesting.
So I
That's
love this
awesome.
brainstorming session. So
Yeah.
can I
Thanks,
ask
Sandy.
another question?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm getting ready to do a 5-day challenge, and I was
Okay.
going to do it on Zoom, and I'm linked into Entreport and all that, and I have my funnel. But while I'm watching this, I'm going, why don't I just do it as like a mini course instead of like a Facebook challenge? Does that make sense? And
Sure.
if so, then so I have the title. It's called the Resilient Agent Success Challenge.
Cool. Mhm.
And then so they go through I based on my experience, I say that realtors go through 5 stages of business from licensing to retirement.
Cool.
And then there's a quiz that they can take to see where they are
Hmm.
that I already have. I've been running for a couple years. That's how I've been growing my list.
Cool.
Um,
Yeah.
so I could add that, right? And then would it be an expiring mini course? Like at the end of the challenge, I want to offer my 90-day program. And
Okay.
that I know that I'll have that. I have all the modules, everything done since last year, but I've been,
Hmm. Hmm.
how am I going to promote this? So, but if it's an expiring mini course, then it's like, okay, if you don't do it, I remember when the first one that Murray did, I'm
Hmm.
like, I was traveling and I got through 3 modules. I'm like, hey, shit, Murray, I need the rest. And he
Yeah.
sorry, Norma, even if you're a founding member, you got to wait till next year. I was like,
Yep.
this
He's
is
tough. Yeah.
easy, tough love. The next time I made sure that I was just get them in, Norma, just get them in by the deadline. So
Awesome. Yeah.
I want to get my head around this because the platform is here and
Hmm.
I do want to take advantage of it because I'm paying,
Hmm. Hmm.
so
Yeah.
could, I would like some advice and direction if I may, because I want to start promo next week.
Absolutely. Yeah. So on a simple level, I'm just noticing we're just getting to the top of the hour, so I'll give you just an
Yeah,
overview answer
synopsis.
here. But you can absolutely, I think it absolutely could make sense to move a challenge into XP, and you can turn it into a more fun gamified thing in lots of ways, and you can start quite simply, even whether it's a disappearing thing or not, just by, like Sandy was talking about, having it be like, here's your video for day one, and here is your, you watch the video, cha-ching, action, celebration. What's your one step you're doing? Cha-ching, action, celebration, blah. And if you're teaching it live, Norma, you can
Yeah,
just um, send them the Zoom link or whatever you're doing. You could
yeah,
even post the Zoom link in the actual training day if you wanted to. So before day one of your challenge, if I'm a student, I could maybe I go to the training and I see the Zoom link right there in day one, or you just
mhm,
email it to me. Doesn't matter.
right.
But as soon as you're done, then you upload the MP4 to XP, and now I can watch the replay and I can check it off and I can do my actions. And you can just by doing that much, just put it in, do the points, do the celebrations, you can absolutely make it more fun and engaging right there and without anything getting any more complicated if you don't want it to. So
Yeah.
I would absolutely encourage that. If you want to take away the access, then yeah, you can do that too. So
Yeah, it's like you didn't book a call with me. Ouch.
yes, you
You cannot
can
you
remove
cannot see it
access
again.
for any reason. And the a
Yeah,
simple
it'll
way to
be up, like I can say, it'll be up for 24 hours.
exactly. They can have access for 24 hours unless they do such and such or purchase such and such. And the simple thing to, I think the simple way to think about it is you can, if they have a tag, they don't get removed. If they don't have a tag, they do get removed. Or you
Yeah,
can remove people manually. So I guess what I'm saying is don't, I just don't want you to overcomplicate it in advance more than it needs to be and like make it all bulky technically on the front end. If you're
yeah,
just kind of like throwing up a 5-day challenge, you can do it quite simply by putting the stuff, the points, the actions. And yeah, if you want to remove access, great. Let them know they got to
yeah.
sign up or they lose access. And
Yeah, because I want to do the lesson, the 10 minutes live, but it's being
great.
recorded in Zoom, right? I hate
Perfect.
Facebook. And then I can upload it.
Then you just upload it, send them out a link. If you didn't see the live, no worries. Here's your
Yeah,
link to the training. Include their magic link, which is one of the key pieces that gets people to complete courses more than anything else,
yeah,
is having the magic link in every single email. So they just click, click, click and go in. And yeah, do those couple of steps and you've just created a different experience for your students.
now I'm very excited. I believe I'm guided. And I'm like, I just had to eat my dinner. It's been a busy day. But I thought, oh, I got to get on that.
Yeah,
I knew there was a
awesome.
reason. And maybe I can get help because I know I have some money laying there for assistance.
For
But
sure.
it just makes it more fun rather than, I have to do this.
Totally.
So yeah, I
Totally.
can get started now and then, they'll have the intro video and that kind of stuff. But I like the idea of at the end, if they don't book,
Mm-hmm.
call or
Mm-hmm.
purchase,
Mm-hmm.
how do you do it in a gentle way that doesn't seem mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
could that be for a different conversation? I don't want to hold anybody
Yeah,
up.
I mean, it could certainly be a bigger conversation another day, but I think the important thing is you set up, if you're doing an expiring thing, you just set up that expectation from the beginning
Yeah,
and
that's a
you
good
just
point.
let them know, hey, this content, and that's probably, people are used to that anyway. This content is going to be available for, until this day for you. And
Mhm.
then you can let them know if you want to keep it, you have the opportunity to do that by taking this
Go
action.
go
So,
hustle in like I did. It's
yeah,
like the
yeah,
last 2 days you're doing all. It's like
right, right.
I'm sure Marisa must have been like, Norm, shame on you, know better.
Yeah.
But okay,
So
this
yeah,
has
I think you
been
just set
so
up
fun.
the expectations in advance and then in order to make it fair for everyone, there's a great phrase from Chris. Set the expectations in advance and then let them know if you want to keep this permanently. Here's how you get to do that. Take
Yeah,
this action. Click here.
yeah, in order to make it fair for
It's a fun,
everyone.
cool thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this will be fun. All right.
Awesome.
I'm going to start over the weekend.
Nice. Very
Way to
cool.
Okay.
take action.
All right, we want to
Yes.
hear next week, Norma. We want
All
to
right.
hear,
I will
come
be
back
here.
and
Thank
let us
you.
know.
You
All
guys are
right.
very inspiring. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Rachel.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
Rachel.
Nice
Awesome
to see you,
stuff.
Norma.
Let me know how it all goes, and I will see you next time. We'll talk soon.
All
Okay.
right.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.